So I'm going to talk about immigration and customs enforcement and some of the issues associated with the federal laws promoted by the Trump administration. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, is a law enforcement agency that directs federal laws towards issues such as customs, trades, immigration, and border control within the U.S. So, in particular, the most harmful threat this law enforcement agency is practicing is separating families, isolating children from their parental figures, and treating these families like criminals. When considering ICE, you must consider two things. First of which consists of a legal standpoint, and the second of which is a political standpoint. So, when considering these standpoints, you must mediate between the two to ensure a balanced result is achieved. However, if you are only accepting one side, your judgment could be clouded with bias, prejudice, lack of understanding, as well as threats and coercion. Because of this, it is important to consider arguments from both standpoints. So, the Trump administration and ICE have been doing this right now. The law enforcement is basing their values and principles on one side by initiating fear as a tactic to manipulate American citizens into sharing the same belief of the Trump administration. They're also doing so by initiating fear by coercion and physically detaining people out of their homes and deporting them back to their country. This is problematic for not only the individual, but also for the family and American society as a whole. Some of these victims affected by ICE have been citizens and have took part in the American culture for decades. These people who are being victimized are young children, teenagers, and adults practicing for a better life and opportunity. ICE and the Trump administration have been carrying out this barbaric act on a bad faith and unethical principles. This is immoral, and right now, this issue is clouded with bias, opinions, and beliefs in which some American citizens view these people as a threat to society. This develops a negative attitude towards immigrants, in which these attitudes can be carried out by unethical practices such as hatred. To try and develop a non-biased opinions towards immigrants, we really need to see what has worked in terms of common ground of both positions. Common ground is not going to people's homes and ripping families apart, or to go to people's place of work and detain them, or to go to their schools and detain them, to now having a hotline for any member of the public to report activity of suspicious of illegal immigrants. Where does this end? We must use our voice and stand for these people, as this is wrong. The Trump administration sees this as a positive practice and an effective one. But it's a downward spiral to not only American society, but society as a whole. These enforced laws and practices really produces a negative image towards our society, and as it is based on bad practice and biased beliefs. Our people are not given a voice about this problematic issue. The Trump administration conforms this argument that if you are not with us, then you're against us. And if you're against us, then you don't have much of a voice in the matter. This is a world of many religions, race, cultures, and practice. This is a world where we should all be encouraged to promote security and peace. But clearly, the Trump administration enforcing ICE do not share these same values. They want agreement and not differences. There has been a big room for error, as it's reported many falsely accusing people. It's sad to see anybody affected by this. I couldn't imagine the deeming effect and decision-making families and kids have to make. It's sad to see immigrants targeted and viewed as a friend, as a foe and not a friend. I want that to change. I want to see the promotion of social inclusion rather than withdrawal. I want to see targeted people feel peace and secure in their environment and to be free from distress. I don't want to see a target or an aim or a singled out race on a culture or religion. There are many hard-working, deserving individuals taking care of their families by working and creating an income. This is not breaking the law. This is doing what's best for the family, and it is our duty to stand together as humanitarians and voice our opinions on this matter. We are all one humankind, so let's stand together as one and make the change to melt ice. Thanks.